Well, welcome to Conscious Gatherers. My name is Beverly Thompson, and I'm here with A.J. Royce.
Hello, everybody.
Well, welcome, and we're actually recording this a day ahead of time. We usually do it on Tuesday, what we call Podcast Tuesdays. Yet today is Monday, November the 11th, 2024. So it's 11/11, which is new beginnings. So I love the date, and also it's Veterans Day. So, by the way, this is episode 133. So it's another double number. So 133 on 11/11 and Veterans Day. Royce, go ahead.
Well, I just wanted to give my heartfelt thanks to all of those who have served in any of the military branches and to their families, because when somebody serves, their families are involved in that too, because there's a lot of having to, a lot of give and take with that. So you have to adjust your whole life to fit. So thank you very much to all of our veterans. I am so grateful that you exist. I am so grateful for all that you have done, and I just can't express enough gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you.
And I'm going to give a shout out to all those that are still in the service. And it's not an easy thing to do this, and we thank you all for being a part of the armed forces. And that was actually worldwide. This is not only in the United States that assist us as a people in our protections.
Yes, to sign up for something that you know could be signing your life away. It takes a special type of person.
A lot of courage and love of the country. And I would say, first I thought, should I bring this up or not? But I think most of our military members are true to who they serve. And so assist them with love, and then doing that will assist them in their duties. So, all right. Thank you. All right, we're going to move on. We may start doing our podcast on Mondays, where Royce and I are going to be involved in what's called the Community Coast to Coast Live, which happens on Monday evening. So, just getting together once a week works for us, and so we may just kind of marry the day together. And so we'll have a small segment to talk about what we do, and then there'll be entrepreneurs and veterans, being Veterans Day, and those that are really want to assist humanity in many, many different ways. So that's what I see this program is all about. So when we have more information and links, then we will put it on our YouTube page.
Okay.
All right. You're ready to go. Yep. We got more insights today, and what I received, I thought, put it this way. I wasn't seeing that today's message would go this way, but it's very positive. And, of course, it does coincide with what Royce received.
Yeah, we're always kind of surprised by it, but in a way it's like, how could it be any other way?
Yeah, exactly. I know we say this almost every episode.
Yeah, it's just so funny,
It is when you think that you're kind of gone off the normal, so-called normal path, whatever that is, and what we do. There is no normal, and so. But it's interesting to just how it all works out. But before I get into our insights, excuse me, I did ask a couple questions. I did hear earlier this morning the untold mysteries of mankind. And I think that starts fitting into what we received later today.
Yes.
Yeah. And I asked the question because I think this is on a lot of people's minds. And that question was, oh, by the way, before I even get to that point, on Tuesday, November the 5th, I was on the phone with Royce, and we were discussing what was going on during Election Day. And just closing my eyes and tuning in, it was like a whole paradigm shift.
Yes, absolutely. I agree.
It was just, for me, it was very calm.
Mm-hmm.
It was like real calm. And I was like, wow. And this was right around 9:30 at night, so there were no decisions made at that time. Maybe been a couple, but very little was coming out of the news. But it was just a real calm. So it doesn't even matter who you voted for. That's not it. It's just that we as a earth and our beings are going through this paradigm shift. And that's what we're going to get into after a bit in today's insights.
Yeah, and whatever's going on with you in your life at that time, it can feel one way or another, So it'll be relative to your own life. So it can feel calm like it did to us, or it can feel like something else, And so.
And it's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's in your face, right?
Yeah,
You're feeling
a
it.
shift is a change,
yeah.
and we generally feel a change, and we perceive it in different ways.
I see it as extremely positive as to everything that we're going through, even though there's a lot of things that may happen in the next few months. I've been hearing quite a few people say it's not over yet. And this, all kinds of things could happen. We're not sure what that's going to be, et cetera, et cetera. So this afternoon I did ask the question to my source self. I asked the question, will there be any shenanigans by the deep state? I wanted to know what they had to say. They, me, who wanted the answer. And the answer was they will try and will not succeed. So,
yes, because this paradigm shift, as you said, things have changed.
The calmer we are, each of us, and the more positive each one of us is, the more changes we're going to see to the positive side. The fear, the anger, if you're going through that because of this, then start looking within yourself.
And I want to interject this. For my own life, when the fear and the anger stuff comes up, it's something hitting me in my face because it's something that I need to look at. There's something in my life that's causing the resistance. I'm not in the flow. So something has to change. And I've been able to identify quite a few of those things. And I'm really grateful for having been hit in my face because I feel so much better. I feel more me, having made some major decisions about me and my life. There's this thing of adaptation. Adaptation is the name of the game for the survival of a species. But adaptation relating to your own self, you can lose yourself and what you're all about in trying to adapt to fit into what's around you. So I just want to caution you about that. Adaptation as a species is a good thing, but relating to the individual's life, that's something else.
That word, I can't say the word, adaptation, it goes into what we're talking about today. And it's like, okay, we don't even know. We have mentioned this on quite a few of our podcasts, that we've been shackled or we've been whatever. And they think, and we've heard that you think you have freedom, well, you don't. So that freedom is coming. And we talked about that so many times. And it's still going on. So we're going through this huge shift right now to realize this. And I don't want to give away anything of what we received today. We can get into that after a bit. But take a look and not be fearful and say, all right, we're going to make this work and we're going to come together in unity and love.
Yes.
And that's what I see happening.
Yes, but you have to get real with yourself first.
Yeah.
And get rid of what you've been being fed by way of media, TV shows, family, friends, anything, any incoming. And you only get to know yourself when you sit in the quiet and get to know yourself. So, it's a good thing, though, to get to know yourself, because there's some wonderful stuff hidden within each and every one of us, and it's itching to come out right now.
Definitely. We talked about we're incredible beings.
Yep.
So much courage. Well, earlier today, as Royce and I were talking, I've been feeling more of a freedom. It's just like it's almost getting palpable.
Yeah.
Or is.
Where we go one, we go all. We're all starting to feel it in one way or another. So it's catching.
So keep that in mind as we're going through, even if these are tough times, as like back off of those that are angry or assist them, send them love. And I've been setting the whole earth with this wonderful pink light just to calm the masses.
Yeah, but that's not to force that pink light on anybody or anything. It's to make it available.
Yeah. Good. Glad you said that.
Because I was trying to send out different energies to different people and whatnot. Mm-hmm. And I started to rethink that. If you're being influenced by something and it's not so good, then just put a stop, a plain stop, and be yourself, and the rest will take care of itself.
Okay, when you say stop, like I can visualize like a shield out from you, or boundaries.
Yep, a brick wall or whatever it is that you want to visualize. Just put a stop. Just that intention of, no, that's not what I am allowing in my life anymore. It stops now, here and now. And then be yourself.
Yay.
Yay.
Well, we're going to get into our insights, and I'm going to go first. And so this is what I received, heard, as I'm in that quiet stillness of myself. All right, are we ready?
We're ready.
All right. Here we go. You are about to perceive a whole new paradigm, a paradigm of deeper understanding of an expanded universe. Not expanded in the physical sense, but an expanded consciousness. It is like the concept of using the birds and the bees to explain sex, which to me makes absolutely no sense. That's probably why they use that.
To make you think.
Yeah. It is a concept of knowing and understanding the void and holographic imaging, a God concept of energy, and understanding of creation. So that's like, wow. So that's what's going on. The yin and the yang, that means a balance of opposites. A powerful force of energies is mutating into new creations. Humanity has turned a corner. Nothing will remain the same. It is a new force, yet you are that force. Do not expect to go back unless you want to experience a similar life as this last 5,000 years. Think about that. It's like, okay, you want to do this all again or not? It's up to you. If you want to experience, it's okay. There's no right, there is no wrong. It just is. Here's an opportunity for us to make the new choices. Okay, I asked the question, what we are going through now globally is a precursor for what is to come? We already covered this in this podcast, but here's the answer that was given. Of course, humanity cannot continue along this path to advanced understandings and living as it has been for thousands of years. It is like the earth has been torn asunder. It's happening now. The skies are breaking forth to welcome in your star brothers and sisters. Many glitches, portals, and ships, that means spaceships, are seen in your skies. So much more you will witness. Then I heard, a new day is upon you now. No, capital N, now. All right. That is last what I received, and then we'll discuss something else after we're done here. Go ahead.
Okay. Well, while you were reading that, and you got to the part of the yin and the yang and the opposites, I was thinking about how wouldn't it be so much, I don't know if better is the word, or maybe easier for us to understand how the universe works if we started looking at those opposites more as complements.
Mm-hmm.
And so, when you take out that word opposites, and put complements, it's like a coming together, different but together. I don't know. The energy of that just feels so good to me.
Yeah, it makes a difference, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
So with the world and this paradigm shift, we're no longer opposite. We're not opposing, but we're complementary. We each have different but wonderful things to offer. So I just thought that was a neat thought.
It is. Well, otherwise, it would be quite boring, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Do we want to think the same? No.
No.
And so we share. So to me, it makes it much more exciting.
Yeah.
So we're going where no man has gone before.
Yep.
All right, Royce, please.
Thank you, Bev. Okay, here's what I wrote down. Now ends the summer of our discontent. The walls which have been placed between us are being torn down. There is no more room for us versus them. We are one people, one country, one great big beautiful planet which floats in a beautiful vast sea, supporting other people, other planets, and other realms. Excuse me. We have long known that our transition from a lower state of vibration to a higher state of vibration was going to come with some resistance and disturbance. But that is how it had to be in order to break free from the shackles of what has been. The freedom that is soon to be experienced as the shackles fall away is beyond our expectations, for even our minds have been held captive and enslaved by false words, false ways of living, false beliefs, and a false narrative of our history, a history whose lineage is written upon the very stars we gaze upon at night. And so it is time to gather together to celebrate the ending of a long, dark night, of a long, hot summer filled with discontent. The old way is far beneath us, and the new way rises before us. Let us walk this new path with our heads held high and our aspirations held even higher. It is the start of a brand new day.
Yay.
Yay.
Hold your aspirations to something even higher.
Yeah.
All of us.
Yeah.
Like, I want to no more of this down-faced stuff going on. It's like, is that really what you want in your life?
Yeah. It's like if you don't feel like there's something worth living for, make it. Invent it in your mind. Make it so. You know, if you tell somebody to have a great day, they have to make that great day themselves.
Mm-hmm. I love it when, especially when you're at the store, and sometimes the one that's the checkout person says have a great day, but it's usually have a great one.
Yeah.
It's like, one what? So, I don't say that, but I think it.
I have said it. Have a good one.
Well, one can mean a lot of different things. So,
yeah,
okay,
right.
What do you have in mind there? I guess it really doesn't matter. Have a great one. So, it's really kind of funny our choice of words, but and we again are going into a whole new paradigm.
Yeah.
And letting go of the shackles.
Yeah, and freedom feels so good, but you don't know what freedom feels like until the shackles come off. Until something happens and you feel that release, and it's like, oh golly, I didn't realize that I felt so bad, that I felt so pulled down. Until that stuff comes off, you release it. And
so that's going on now. Those that are into the fear and the anger and be kind to them, be gentle, and encourage them.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be.
Yeah, in their aspirations, their passions, their this, their that. So there's no finger pointing, which is still happening and will happen for the next few months. But I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful, and as what I was told today, a new day is upon you now.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I ended up with the word now, and you started your writing with now.
Yeah, and your last sentence
about the new day.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And mine the last sentence was, "It is the start of a brand new day."
So here we go.
Yep.
Welcome to the new day, everybody.
Yeah.
You want to discuss, and before we go, now this goes on another subject, because we started talking about it and asking each other about it, mainly because the sun was in your eyes or hitting your paper and reflecting up. And I tell you what, that sun, and we have mentioned this on other podcasts, but the sun just seems so bright.
Yes.
It's very white.
Extremely bright. It's like the clarity of brightness is more than I have ever noticed it before.
And you noticed it. It's been since we had that total eclipse. I believe that was in April.
Mm-hmm.
So, which some people said it was a ship in front of it, or, I mean, there's other stuff going on. To be honest with you, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But we asked, of course. I said, well, let's just ask. So we did, and I was getting that the screens were removed. I'm like, huh? The screens were removed. And I said, you mean there's screens up? Yeah. It's like, oh, okay. And they use the word hyperbolic screening. I'm not sure exactly what that means.
A hyperbolic curve goes, on an angle, a steady angle.
And so that means that hyperbolic curve is gone. It's been taken out. And then I was seeing our whole solar system lit up. I mean, when you back up from it, and it's like, geez, this thing's like really lit up. It was different.
I wonder if it's a manifestation of like the veil having been lifted.
Huh. I mean, an actual.
That's biblical. So maybe that is a manifestation of what that was talking about.
Could be.
Who knows?
Yeah, I did hear that the sun is going through massive changes. But beyond that, we didn't really get much more information.
And I got that when the CMEs, the coronal mass ejections, stop, that they will. What was the word that I used?
The effect would improve.
Improve, yeah.
When the CMEs stop.
Yeah.
So, where we go, how that all works out, I don't know. All I know, I've known, since I wrote my books, that our whole solar system was going through some really big changes.
Yeah.
So our sky, it looks like we're going to see glitches, more glitches, portals, and people are seeing all kinds of different things in the skies. And I don't think some of it might be CGI, but I think a lot of it is not.
It's computer-generated images.
Yes.
Well, I had a thought, and it flew away.
All right.
It sprouted wings.
There you go. Well, enjoy life and start looking at it in a most positive sense. And I think, this earth is going to move along that much faster because it's really not a timeline that we see it as a timeline, but it's really more event-driven, and which is by consciousness. And so our consciousness creates these events.
And we are not the only thing that's conscious. The planet's conscious. The entire universe is conscious. I mean, that's the canvas upon which everything is painted, consciousness. So, like I already said this time, where we go one, we go all. When the vibration starts raising, it takes off and everything begins raising.
We talked about that our last podcast. And the beings that came in, I still see them quite a bit. They said, what affects you affects us.
Yeah.
So we're all in this together. And do remember, where we go one, we go all. But it's not just us on Earth.
That's right.
It's much beyond that. So through the different time sequences, and we can get into that whole thing, but I'm not sure even how to explain that because it's like it gets into quantum physics. I mean, I was getting, today I was feeling that, oh, shoot, we're going into a whole new paradigm that at this point it's really hard to comprehend. But
because it's outside of the box of where we were.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, the box is opened. No, but nothing to fear.
No.
I think it's going to be absolutely wonderful, and we're creating it. We're the force. I was told we're the force. It's a new force, yet you are that force. So, we're the ones that are creating this new reality. So it's like, wow.
Yeah, it's like a whole new jet engine firing up.
Okay. Good analogy.
Except this jet is like none you've ever seen.
Exactly. All right. Well, we'll be back in a couple weeks, and when we get more information on Community Coast to Coast, we'll let you know, and we'll post that link in on our page. And then eventually we will be, see, eventually, I said that more than once, be doing this, doing our podcast live, but of course they will be recorded and archived. And so if there's any questions, when we know when we're going to do it, that means when I learn how to do it and Royce learns how to do it. So, and I know it's not that hard, but anyway, computer literacy is not my thing. All right, everybody. Thank you. Bless you as we're going through these wonderful times.
Yes, and for us in the United States of America, we're called the land of the free and the home of the brave, and thank you so much to all the veterans, those who have passed, those who are still with us, and those who are in service still. So thank you so much for all that you're doing for us. I'm so grateful. Thank you for what everybody is doing at this particular time in our evolution. It's taking all of us to work on this. And we decided to come here at this particular time to take part in it. Isn't that a wonderful thing? Brings me to tears. So thank you so much for all you've done, and thank you for staying.
Yes. Look into another's eyes and just look at their beauty that they truly are. Pat yourself in the back, too. Hey, we're doing it.
We're doing it.
We're doing it. All right. Thank you all, and have a wonderful week or 2 weeks.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.